Today we got some industrial science versus the globe Earth theory. And of course, there can only be one result. The globe Earth, as we all know, is scientifically impossible. Whilst the industrial science I'm going to show you can be tested and verified by all. Now, most of you will know I'm a crane operator, tower crane operator, of over 20 years. And of course, I've highlighted the fact that these machines absolutely destroy the globe Earth theory. I'm going to give you some practicality. Bear with me. Now, obviously, I'm sat at the crane, just showing you the block on a non-windy day, like today. Alright, it's raining a bit, being dead still. Dead still. I've not got all that rope down, that's probably about 60 foot of rope possibly, but dead still. And this is what the wind does to the tower cranes and the block of the crane. Affects its downward vector, thus overcoming gravity. The thing that supposedly holds cranes dead still whilst doing ludicrous speeds in all different directions. But as we can see, gravity just can't cut it because it can be overcome by the wind. And as a result, tower cranes and the wind make an absolute mockery of the globe Earth theory. Oops. So I've just shown you two industrial sized demonstrations involving a tower crane that we can all test and verify for ourselves on a smaller scale. It's from two jobs of mine from the past, two different jobs, of course 2 different days. One was windy, the other wasn't. Of course, on the non-windy day the block was dead still and plumb. On the windy day the block was blowing all over the place, overcoming the downward vector, gravity, and in doing so highlighting the fact that gravity isn't man enough to hold these tower cranes upside down in relation to me on a spinning, wobbling, oscillating ball, one that's doing ludicrous speeds in all different directions. It's a scientific fact, an industrial scientific fact, as I've proven, as you can test and verify for yourselves. I'm only interested in things we can test and verify amongst ourselves. Anyone going overboard with stories, words, I'm just not interested. Particularly given the fact that most people who do that have an agenda, tactics involved. So again, I won't entertain you. If you can demonstrate something, and I can demonstrate it, I can verify your claims, then I'm on board. But that's how I know the globe's scientifically impossible. The people who choose to believe the globe have no science. We've even got a globe pilot. I'm about to show you his attempt to prove that tower cranes could be dead still on a spinning, wobbling, oscillating ball, to try and refute me. There is no evidence to refute me. There's only evidence to back me. And in this instance, it comes from a globe-believing pilot who was flying at approximately 500 miles an hour. In his cab, he had a pendulum hung from the roof, and as we can see, even in an enclosed cab, flying in an aeroplane, no doubt in a dead straight line to try and keep that thing straight. Even in those conditions, which aren't even backing the globe claims, you still, and this is a globe believing pilot, cannot get a demonstration involving a pendulum that proves the globe's anything but fucking ridiculous. Excuse my language. Tested and verified by all. Anyone want to cite a travelling pendulum that's dead still and plumb? I want the footage to be at least 5 minutes long. The pendulum obviously needs to be at least a couple of meters in height because it's mimicking, or you're basically replicating a tower crane, supposedly on a spinning, wobbling, oscillating ball. I'll leave the pinned comment for anyone who's got any demonstrations. There won't be any. This is the best the globe side have come up with in 8-9 years or whatever it is. And it destroys their own argument, their own theory, their own fantasy world. And of course, everything I stand by regarding the shape of the earth can be tested and verified by all. In this instance, the industrial science that is tower cranes. And of course, water, large standing bodies of water, can't display convexity upon its surface. And as we can see, gravity doesn't cut it. It is overcome by the wind. And you can't have an air pressure system residing next to a vacuum without some kind of solid wall to separate the two. Another demonstrable fact. And again, gravity doesn't cut it because the wind overcomes gravity. No one denies gravity. It just ain't man enough to entertain the delusional globe earth theory. Sorry if this hurts you or you're having knee-jerk reactions. It's just a demonstrable fact. And those demonstrable facts give me a free pass to bash space any which way I like. And as a result, these people can't refute me with any kind of science. They just expose themselves by defending daft space propaganda. You gotta love it.